A warm good evening to India and a good day to the entire world. Today we are gathered here to share a beautiful session that is based on learning and sharing. So let's begin our journey on this leadership journey where we are going to learn from each other. I learn from my team and my team learns from me, and of course we learn from even the virtual audience, how they interact with us and how we interact with them, what we have to learn and share. So dear friends, without wasting much of our time or going on with a longer introduction part, let's dive into the session and see what we could learn today and how we could influence each other. Just a second, team, give me a moment. Yeah, I'll just do that. So now here we have something called as delegation. We'll do that a little later. Now we'll go with our main part, and that is, yes, hopefully we're getting the right one. Yes. My screen is visible, clear. I hope some answer, yes, no.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, team. We'll just put that up and make it more clear for everybody. Hey, team, welcome to the International Fabtalks show. It's not the show. In fact, today it is the International Fabtalks training session where we learn as trainers and grow as trainers apart from teaching the participants and enlightening them. Not teaching them, felicitating them, making them understand the real energy in them. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. If you have any disturbance from my side, yeah, am I audible correctly now? Yeah. Yes, friends, we begin with our journey on the International Fabtalks training session. Let's dive in deep now. Yes, friends, we are going to deal today with educational leadership and management. As we all belong to the academic field or academic sector, we may be called as academicians. How are we leading our team? How are we leading our class? Or how is the management leading us? How are we connecting to the students? Where is the problem and where is the solution? Who could bring a real solution? Let us try and work it out in a two-way method, not on a one-way path, or in a two-way method where we are going to work it out today, and how planning and delegating tasks in our professional life will help us, and a lot more of sharing. Yes, team? I would want one of my team members to participate like yesterday, very active. Could someone read that for me?
If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room.
How would you explain that, ma'am? How would you explain that?
Never underestimate anybody else.
Great, very nice, Banu ma'am. Anybody else would try to just decode what is this here?
I think
Yes.
we are unable to learn something new because we are the smartest person, no?
Yes, something very right. So when you are in a room and you have a lot of knowledge and you have people who are not contributing anything to what you already know.
To our progress.
Yes. So you have to be where in a challenging situation. You're in that group where there is new sharing. Already what you know and everybody are sharing the same thing, that doesn't make you grow. So be in that space, that uncomfortable space where you don't know much of anything, but you are learning from somebody. So if at all you want to be gaining something, we just follow this. This was given by Confucius, the Chinese philosopher. And here is his picture. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong place. That means you should be in that place where people are smarter than you, where you can learn from them and increase and enhance your intelligence. There is something deep to think about this. Even in your academic life, when you're sitting with your staff members and all are just discussing something or gossiping something, that is the wrong place. You have to move out and sit with some other colleague or some other person who's going to give you some additional, help you with more positive content. So that is just a sharing. And it was by this great person. Could anyone tell us what is the specialty of this person today? Anyone? You could say yes.
I think his birthday today.
Yes, yes, very good, very nice. Yes, anything else to add on that, ma'am? Yes, team, you could answer. Everyone, give us a try. Okay, we'll not waste our time there. We'll go ahead and see. Okay, could you identify who is this personality?
Bhagat
Shahid
Singh,
Bhagat
ma'am.
Singh.
Yes. Could you repeat that, please, for me?
Bhagat Singh.
Yes. It is his birth anniversary today. He was born in 1907 and he sacrificed his life for India. He was born on 28th September 1907. 1907. So we are really thankful to him for his courage. Even till today, more than a century has passed, still he is alive in our heart. So we wish him, if he was alive, it would really be nice. But yes, our prayers are with him and his soul will be in peace. Yes, dear friends, today is Teachers' Day. Teachers' Day in Taiwan. They say we celebrate Teachers' Day on some other day of the year. I guess we've already celebrated Teachers' Day, right?
Ma'am, September 5th.
Yes.
September
In India, yes, dear. In India, it is September 5th. But
Sorry,
today,
ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. I am interrupting you in between.
yes, dear.
Today is Lata Mangeshkar's birthday is also there.
Hey, great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's a beautiful share. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Very nice, ma'am. Thank you. Dear friends, this is called sharing. That's very nice. So here we have Teachers' Day being celebrated in Taiwan, and it is celebrated every year on 28th September. Why? To mark the birth anniversary of the great Chinese philosopher Confucius. Just now we had seen one of his slides, Confucius. It is his birthday they are celebrating as Teachers' Day. Now, why Confucius? Because Confucius was a great teacher. He wanted to bring a revolutionary change in China, and not only in one field, in the social, economical, intellectual, financial, in all fields, he wanted to grow and develop the educational, supremacy in his country. And so that's why people love him for his beautiful thoughts and encouraging others to learn and encouraging education in his country. And so that's why they celebrate Teachers' Day. And how do they celebrate Teachers' Day in Taiwan? By, felicitating teachers, giving them rewards, awards. Children will, perform different, like in India, how do we have it? Performing of different arts and dance, some skits. They enjoy themselves. And of course, the management will definitely give them something and pay them back for what they have done or what they are still doing in that organization. They are rewarded for their good work. As teachers, we all know it's a noble profession, but it's not like we are being paid high salary, but yet it's a noble profession. And from teaching, all other professions begin. Yes, friends, we don't waste much time over there. We go down to educational leadership. If at all you want to open your school, or if you're working in an organization, all these things will be helping us. Let us see how. Educational leadership is nothing, but it is the process of making good and efficient use. Whose efficient use of what? What efficient use will they make use of? Of the faculty members, of the teachers, of all of you, of the parents, of students. If they find any student very talented, they will just work more on that student such that that student becomes the topper. And in certain cases, they will pressurize the students. They even pressurize the faculty members to bring out more, churn out more from the student. And in that case, the student may commit suicide in certain cases. So let not educational leadership be causing harm and danger to the minds and lives of the young students. And in many cases, it's like a rat race. Our institution should be the first. We should get the highest number of marks. Instead of moral values, they are mostly concentrating on marks. And in this way, we are losing precious innocent lives. And you as facilitators, you as leaders, you should delegate the work to your, team members or classmates, or you could say your class students or your colleagues to save lives. That's what I would like to share today, that you become the leader to save lives. When you find any child pressurized by the management, you should not go against the management, but with your, intellect, try to talk and counsel children and bring them back from stress. The first, I seen a topper, she was the topper in her intermediate, that is in the +2. Yet she was crying. First year, she topped the class, and the second year, she was doing very well, but at the just maybe 1 week before the exam, she just came up to me and she was bitterly crying. I said, what is wrong? Her name is Banumati. Why are you crying? What happened? She's saying, ma'am, I'm so tensed. I'm so tensed. She is the topper, but yet tensed. Why? Because the management has put excess pressure on her, asking her to score better than last time. And all had high expectations from her. In fact, that girl's father was suffering from paralysis. And she could not, give her attention on studies that particular year. She was trying her best. And luckily, she topped again the second year when the annual exams were conducted. So we'll not go over there. So here, educational leadership is making correct, good, legal, and proper use of the talents that you possess, the faculty members and the students. Do not overdo things just because you want to make it commercial. Don't put pressure on students. That's what, if you become educational leaders, you start having a college or school or educational institution, this is one thing where you use the resources efficiently and not overdo things in that sphere. Any questions, team, on this? No questions? Okay. Yes. I would like some of you, any one of you, to just look at this slide and try to open up and explain. This is, I thought from my side, I'll do it, but it goes now. The next slide is one of our team members. You lead it, please. Anyone?
Okay, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. First of all,
Good
I'm
evening.
going to initiate the same. Here I mention the role of the educational leader. First, collaborate with educational promoters, provide curriculum direction and guidance, effectively implement the cycle of planning, conduct various educative programs for growth, contribute to the overall development of students. So the focus should be there, the students only, and focusing on the student overall growth or personality development, we can think or plan about all the things, just like what can be the educational program, that can be trip or visit, any factory visit or any kind of knowledgeable visit at any of the place. We can focus on that, and apart from that, we can work on the curriculum designing part also. What missing in there, the practical aspect, we must focus at there more, and we can reframe our curriculum as per the current industry requirement. And apart from that, we have to plan the things in a systematic way, just like you are daily basis. In our session, you start with the importance of the day, what today is. Same way, we have to plan the activity for each and every class month wise, that what additional we can contribute there as a faculty member apart from our academics, what co-curricular activities can be there. And for that purpose, even we can collaborate with other educational promoters that can be national or international.
Very good. Very good. Collaboration. Very nice, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Pinky. Thank you. Collaboration. Collaborate with people who give importance to education. Don't think you know everything. Come out of your nutshell. Jump out and check. There are other educational institutions, where they are offering better things, or maybe somebody else is a great promoter of education at a lower price, or they have better concepts. Mix, collaborate, share yours and take theirs. Yes, ma'am, very well explained. I love that. And especially, you put each point in the right place. Thank you very much, dear ma'am. God bless you for that. So, dear
Thank
team,
you, ma'am.
welcome, dear. Very nice. We go down to the next slide. Yes, team. The qualities of an educational leader. As we earlier mentioned, you should collaborate. Collaborating is nothing. Speaking up, being having an extrovert personality. Do not sit on your chair and wait for somebody to come to you. As an educational leader, as a teacher, as a faculty member, get up, collaborate, greet others. Don't wait for students to say hi to you or good morning. It is even our duty to wish our students. When you do that, you see how happy your students will be. They will really welcome you with, with all their heart. Usually there are some teachers or faculty members, like their head is like just focused only. They walk in and walk out. They don't look at even if somebody wishes them a good morning, they don't return the wishes back. So change that concept. Wish everyone, keep smiling at everyone, give back positive energy and get back. Collaborate with students also. And when you do that, when you start collaborating with your students, networking with your students in the right way, at the right time, of course, they will start getting good marks in your subject. They will start liking the subject that you're teaching. The moment they hate you, they will hate the subject. They like you for who you are, a genuine person, they will study more and score more marks in your subject. And in fact, you will get 100% pass percentage. So learn the technique of being, collaborative with the faculty, and especially with the management, and most importantly with students. And dear friends, be proactive, not reactive. Don't react to any situation. You may have certain students who are very mischievous, certain students who want to take advantage of you. It may be male students, it may be the female ones. Nowadays, both are doing it. You have to be very careful. I'd like to share one very important thing to alert all of you. In a certain case, an 8th class girl, an 8th class student, she has taken the number of her sir, the PT sir. He was a young chap, a young person, taken his number and said, sir, I'd like to learn some, certain games or sports. So he just innocently gave her the number, and she just coordinated with him very normally. But after that, she created a fake profile and she started texting him, and he in fact thought it was somebody else, and he started texting her back. And this girl took all the text and she started, making it viral in the school among her friends. And they were having a good fun at the cost of this sir. And very unfortunately, the sir had to resign. He could not show his face because they were making fun of him. I wouldn't want to go deeper into that, but because that is quite personal about that person. So in this way, you have even an 8th class student who can fool or make you a fool even in spite of you being the teacher or the lecturer or sir. So stay safe. Students will put us down. They are very sharp. Never return back a text easily to them. They'll be waiting to put you down. Of course, if it's a genuine one, you should use your intellect. Stay safe. Don't react. You be like proactive and check out when should I reply. And I hope that sir is safe. Yes. He happened to share, how did I get to know this? He had come for counseling. And at that moment, he was like in tears. This is what happened to me. I was like, by an 8th class student. I guess the sir may be roundabout in his 30s. Yes, and also married. Fine, let's go cut off from there. Be creative. Encourage creativity. If at all your students are creative, even if you don't like it, even if there is a spelling mistake, you could just, say it's very nice. It is very good. Compliment them at every given source. So then you become an educational leader. On the face, if you say it is not good, even if it is not good, even if it is, untidy, say very good. You could do very well. It's very nice. You just see the change the next day. They will definitely change. So encourage creativity and accept even any mistake, and try to, check one-on-one. Don't check them in the entire class. You see, meet me after class, I'll talk to you. Or even if there is an argument between you and a student in class, there may be certain times where certain students will be aggressive. They may have had a bad day, or they may have something that's hurting them inside. They will shift off anger. They will take that anger on you. They start arguing with you. Avoid argument. You say, meet me afterwards. We'll talk it down. And then you be lifelong learners, as you all today have joined for the FDP. That's really nice. And as well as motivate everyone. Keep motivating yourself and others, especially students. Your colleagues will get motivated somehow. Your students require you. So you are all for students, and keep an open mind. Never be ashamed to learn from students. Sometimes we don't know the answer. The students will know. Sometimes we are doing some mathematical or thing on the board, and we are stuck up with the answer. Maybe one of the students will give it up. Or maybe as we are trying to explain any given subject, the student will give out the answer. So we should be open-minded, and if at all you are helped by your student, compliment and congratulate them for doing that, and say, thank you, that's a takeaway. I appreciate that. So in this way, we develop a healthy mindset on our journey in the educational field. Any questions, team? Team, any questions?
No,
question.
ma'am.
I want to add the same point as you have mentioned here, the specific case. As few cases comes to my knowledge as well, as this one is the time of social media, as in when we circulate any of the information, most of us use WhatsApp group. So sometime we address a student query on our personal chat as well, and student take this one as an advantage. And they present the same information as a proof of that you are denying something, or you are treating them in an unfair mean. So we must be enough smart to deal all these things in advance. And rightly said, ma'am, no need to revert instantly. Think and then revert.
Yes.
As and when you have to reply there on WhatsApp personal chat specifically.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Very rightly said. Thank you so much, team. Yes, dear, we go on. Yes, friends. Now here, let's know about the functions of leaders, educational leaders, not leaders, educational leaders. What are the functions? All of you are educational leaders here. When you stand in your class every morning, or when you put your foot into that organization where you're going to work, you are a leader. And if you're from the educational sector, you are an educational leader the moment you discuss and interact with a student. Yes, friends, here we have a lot of functions. I would like one of our team members to take over and try to enlighten and train the team. Train me too. I am also ready to learn. Who's going to do that? Yes, team. So when you say training, training is something practical. If you say workshop, or you just say seminar, webinar. So here it's something like a workshop. You could say it could be like a training session. So it's something practical. You will do it with me. Yes, team. Who's going to do that? I would love you to do that. Anyone? Any of the sirs? No one? Are you all angry with me? There is no answer.
It's not like that. We are giving chance to everybody.
Yes, one of you could take it up. Anyone? Any sir, ma'am, anybody? In your own method, you can explain what comes to your mind. You can add on to these and share. Yes, team? Banu ma'am, go ahead, ma'am.
I may take a few points from it, ma'am. I don't think I'll justify all the points, but still I'll try my best. Okay.
Yes.
So to promote orderly and systematic functioning. Yes, ma'am. For everything, we need to be very systematic. We need to pre-plan everything. When we talk about academic year, so we need to be ready with academic planner. We need to have an academic calendar and always stick to the time or the dates, whatever we plan out. Because without the order and systematic planning, we cannot carry out the things properly. Then embrace the use of latest techniques and facilities. Now students are very smart. They're all techie. So we need to take up activities where things will be challenging for them. Especially things learning by doing. Let's give them practical applications and try to involve them in some sort of clubs and all that, so that the real innate talents will come up. The modern approach and world-class educational methods, yes. When we talk about, for example, if I have to teach something to them, now recently I just started with a novel reading and all that. Instead of asking them to buy a novel, what I did was I just asked them to watch the film, which was it's a film adaptation of the novel which I wanted to take up. For example, is the movie The Namesake, Tabu and Irfan Khan's. So what I did is I showed them the movie. They saw the movie, then I asked them to read the book. So what happens is nowadays, because of this media thing and all, they're getting connected. Then after that, I started putting questions and all. So they bought the novel, they read it. Then it was it was a very good interactive session, ma'am. So now I think we need to change our methodology also a little bit. Then recruiting the best of teachers, resource persons, and faculty. Yes, more than infrastructure, I think resource persons, I mean to say that teachers or the faculty, they are very much indeed, they're the backbone of the whole system. So especially when we talk about doctorates and all, we think that they need to be given 4th years or 3rd years or the higher classes and all that. But I feel in Indian education system, the doctorates or the so-called philosophers, resource persons and all, they should handle the first years or the foundation level. Because if the foundation is strong, then I think we'll have a very good, teaching learning process going on. And coming to conducting educational camps and tours, yes, this is very much required. We need to have good interactive, interactions with the companies and all that, because children, theoretical, they know everything. By the touch of the screen, they can see everything. But when they have a practical exposure, it's a very good thing for them to learn what they see. Then organizing sports and cultural events. This is very much when we talk about holistic development. I think sports and cultural, it is indoor, outdoor, whatever it is. Every now and then we need to organize these events and all that, ma'am. So if at all we need to be a very good educational leader, so all this needs to be collaborated in our academic planning.
Beautiful. Brilliant, ma'am. Brilliant. A big round of applause. Very nice. Thank you so much. I wouldn't want to redo all of this, but I'd like to do the last 2 words. cultural events. My dear friends, and all the colleagues who are here, the participants, our virtual audience from the educational sector, I would love and encourage you to take that responsibility as an educational leader to involve everyone for cultural events. Just because somebody doesn't look good, or somebody has a darker skin, somebody comes from a poor background, don't push them away. Bring them into the picture, give them a chance. We've usually seen favoritism going on in the educational sector. The one who's fair and beautiful, the one who's having, some type of an influence or have influential parents, they are being considered, to be the front page or, the main person taking part in cultural events. Even if there is someone hidden behind, pull them into the front. They may be highly talented. They need that nudge from you, that push from you. Encourage them to come and give a speech. Have a talk with them, and they will really bless you 100 times. And these people, not these people, I should say, these students who are already very active, proactive, jumpy, and good at everything, they will continue their journey. They don't need your support. You as educational leaders should encourage, apart from studies, ask them to come out and take part in cultural events or a debate competition, an essay competition. There will be many of them very, stuck up or in depression, anxiety. They may have low self-esteem. It is your duty as an educational leader to identify that student, pull them out, call them, have a one-to-one talk, and make them the best. Let them, they will, till the last moment, till the last breath, they will never forget you, because you brought a transformation in them. So you should be that type of a leader. It's not the marks, it is how you made your students feel. And when you make them feel good, appreciated, valued, they will score marks. They will give you the best results. Yes, team. Thank you so much. I'll go to the next one quickly. Any idea? Anyone would like to share something about this great personality? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am. She started Montessori training.
Yes, dear. Everywhere worldwide, we have this Montessori training going on, which is at the start and the basic level where students will benefit a lot from this method. And she is a well-known figure worldwide, Maria Montessori, and this is how she looks. And people, respect her till today. Yes, team. This is a beautiful place where people are collaborating and sharing thoughts. It's all about leading your team. Stand up bravely, even if at all you have something to share. Maybe you have the right answer, but you're scared to stand up and share it when the meeting is going on, general meeting, or the staff meeting. Stand up and let the colleagues comment, let them gossip, but stand up and share. And if it is something negative, stay safe. Don't share it in front of everyone. Go up to the management. If you have something positive about the management, share it among everyone. But you have to say something negative, or you want to rectify something, that you will have one-to-one. The moment you say it in front of everyone, they will have a grudge against you, the management. If at all you'd like, they say like this, praise in public, insult, or degrade in private. So be very careful, especially with your staff members and colleagues, how you share, what you share, and what type of transformation you want. Think, and then you do that. So otherwise, then you become the scapegoat, and all are very good in their eyes. So they will say, oh, you open your mouth in the staff meeting, you tell. Don't do that. If it is negative, don't. If it is positive, yes. Negative, go one-to-one and share. That is from experience. We share that, dear team. Yes, team. This is Sir Booker T. Washington. Get to know more about this person. As I mentioned him on all the 3 days which I have taken the session with you, a wonderful person. Anybody has any information?
Booker Prize is named after him, ma'am.
Oh, great. That's nice. That's beautiful. I really admire this person, because there's one thing that that's stuck in my head and in my team. We all of us do this. Look on the brighter side. In the worst situation, look on the brighter side. And you could check out who is he. And he used to, every Sunday afternoon or evening, he would have these talks, especially for teachers. He would invite the teachers and students and every day give a Sunday evening talk. And, tell them educate them how to be a better teacher, how to be a better student. Mostly he was training the faculty. And all his teachings on every Sunday was collected and transformed into a book. And, that book is a very famous book, which you would like to just Google it up and find out what it is. And you know what he says, my dear friends? My dear friends, if at all a student asks you a question in class and you don't know the answer, be humble enough to tell them, I don't know the answer. Do not give them a wrong answer, or do not brush away their question. If you know the answer, give it, Or you can always tell them, I will work on it and I will come with the answer the next day. Do not fake an answer front of your students. They will start looking at you cheaply. And this is very true that all the knowledge in our in the world cannot be assimilated in our brain, especially for a particular subject. We'll not know everything. It's highly impossible. So in this way, he says, teachers, be more open and be accepting that you will not know everything, such that your students will know your limitations and respect you for that. And at the same time, he advises the students to be good to their teachers and learn. There's a lot to speak about this person. Maybe you take one whole day, you'll get a lot to learn, especially from the educational point of view. Yes, team, we go down.
Ma'am, he also said that there is no stupid child.
Yes, great.
No child is stupid.
Yes, great. Thank you, ma'am, very much. Team, here are two great personalities, a teacher and her student. What was the defect these both had?
They were blind, ma'am.
Yeah, both were blind. Annie Sullivan as well as Helen Keller. The teacher of Helen Keller was Annie Sullivan. And she guided Helen Keller in such a beautiful way that she became a great success in the world. So when people without eyes can guide somebody like that, so we with our eyes and all the sense organs working, let us be beautiful and intellectual and humble educational leaders. Why do I use the word humble? You have to humble yourself because you don't have all the knowledge in that particular subject that you're dealing. I know everything is a wrong concept. I want to know everything. I want to learn more and more. That could be something better. So here, this is a beautiful bonding. That's really nice. Yes,
Ma'am, Rani Mukherjee's movie, The Blind, is a little bit on this relationship.
Excellent. Wonderful, ma'am. Thank you for sharing. Actually, I thought of saying that, but then I just passed that on. Wonderful. That is Rani Mukherjee and Amitabh Bachchan, the movie Black. It's a beautiful movie. Yes, dear. Thanks for sharing. And good presence of mind. Yes, dear. Now.
Thank you.
Yes, dear. So how will we meet our goals? Of course, with proper planning and teamwork. Lead by example. Like I earlier told you, there was a principal in a particular convent school. She would lead by example. Pick up those wrappers, chocolate wrappers in front of us and, drop them in the dustbin. Lead by example and be a genuine mentor. If you can take up something, bite how much you can chew. If you can really mentor. Otherwise, no. You can give the mentoring to somebody else and concentrate on your success as well as your students. Your success depends on the marks that your students score in your subject. So you have to make them feel good and of course keep a boundary as to what level they can cross and come up to you to gain knowledge. Yes, dear friends, any questions on this team? Yeah, any questions? We'll go on to the next part. Just a minute. Yes, dear. How should educational leaders behave during a crisis? Now, there are several crises. Maybe there's a suicide in the school, or maybe there's a band. They say that band. You see a strike going on. Everything is closed. Some communal violence occurred somewhere, and then everyone are forced to shut the schools and colleges. So that's a crisis. Could anyone name the latest crisis which we faced?
Hijab crisis was there.
Yeah, one was the hijab crisis. Another one is the major one here is
Pandemic.
the COVID crisis. Yes, ma'am?
Pandemic, that is COVID.
Pandemic. Beautiful, Rohini, ma'am. The pandemic. And when you have to take a decision as a leader, which leader? Educational leader. Whatever decision you take as an educational leader during a crisis should always be student focused. Students should benefit from it, nobody else. Yes, ma'am. Anybody would like to share? Okay. Yes, team. We'll go ahead now. So educational leaders, whenever they take a decision during a crisis, they should not say, I will be safe, my colleagues will be safe, or staff. The students should be safe. When you take care of your students, then you are known as the perfect educational leader. Even in your class, if there is a snake that entered your class, you jump, of course, on the chair and stand safe and, try to get help immediately to save all of them in that class. Or maybe there's a bomb dropped in your class, or whatever it could be the reason. How you manage a crisis to save the students, because then only you are known as a leader. If you run away from the crisis and let the students face the dangerous situation, then you cannot be called as an educational leader. Yes, team, we don't go there. The right decision is in the interest of the students always and their future. And that is why during the pandemic, they had these online classes. And sadly enough, many of us, all of us over here, we were unable to cope with, presenting online. We didn't know how to use the online gadgets, how to take a class on Zoom. And, many of the innocent teachers suffered because we didn't have that generation where we had connect with the technology level, technology space. But I think, my friends, today, as you are all in the educational sector, you have to upgrade your technical skills. That now everything is going to be slowly moving from offline to online, 20% offline and maybe 80% online in the next 50 years. So you should all work. I can't open that Zoom meeting, or I can't do this, I don't know how to. If you don't know, learn. If you don't know, ask someone to help you. Watch YouTubes, you will get information. The videos on YouTube, I'm sorry, not YouTubes, the videos on YouTube. Google it up, ask a good colleague, ask a neighbor, but don't say, I don't know. If you don't know, that is only for you. Let the world know that you know by working hard on it and overcoming that, especially technology. Because students will know, they will fool you. They will say, oh, this madam, itna bhi nahi aata. She can't even do this. She can't press this button. She can't operate this, screen. They will laugh, giggle behind your back. And maybe the younger ones who come who have joined newly, they may overtake your space. They may get the benefit or, that admiration because they have a little, technology, idea about how to do things. So dear friends, let's all work on that, irrespective of age and experience. We just have to have our technical knowledge in place. Yes, friends. An effective educational leader, the key is in your hand. How to save lives, students' lives, and how to retain good faculty members. Sometimes educational leaders or the management, they are harsh to one of the best faculty member. They may overtake or overdo or over request them to work harder or take advantage of the good nature, delegate more work on them. So if you want good and efficient leaders or teachers or faculty members to stay back, the key is in your hand. The management should be very sharp. Yes, team. And they should be able to assign work equally, micromanage as well as macromanage the things very well. And they should track progress. Just I've explained the class, I've explained this particular topic. No, my friends, you have to even track the progress. Ask questions, give 10 minutes for recap. Or maybe no time, bell rang, the next day. Recap always to track the progress if you were a good educational leader in that class. Did you do your best? If students are able to answer, maybe 10 answered, maybe if one student answered also, then you are a success in your class. So track the progress of what you've been teaching them. Or maybe if you're an educational leader, any principals who are owning the organization, just track the progress and as well as make informed decisions. Do not make impulsive decisions. Like my mood is bad, I'm not going to college. Okay, today I don't want to, connect with anyone. Or maybe it could be either ways. So always make informed decisions and do not mix personal life and professional life. And build confidence within yourself, students, and of course, deal with parents very carefully. Never ever have an argument with parents. They will be harsh. Why? They are paying the money. They say customer is king. So they feel they are kings. They will come and blast anything. They will hurt you like anything. They may not like the way you're teaching. They may not like the way you're running your school or institution. Just be calm. Let them vent out. Once they vent out, then ask them to sit down, give them something to drink, a glass of water or maybe a cup of tea. And then you try to solve their problem. Say, yes, you are right. We will implement this from now. We will take care. You could try it out. Always, have a discussion than an argument. Argument is not good. We've seen, and I have also seen, parents roughing up and, manhandling principals right in front of my eyes. I have seen that. And we've heard, and in one of the cases, one of the students slapped a lecturer and the recess bell. He just went because he just asked them to stop screaming during the recess bell. A 12th class student climbed up the stairs and slapped that particular sir a language sir on his face. So avoid confrontation, walk away from confrontations and deal later. Yes, team? Yes. And you should also be connected over here. Scholarships, recognition for the teachers and staff. Recognize their hard work. And if you're not feeling recognized, not valued, it's time to move on. Don't be stuck, as I earlier said. Identify hidden talent in your students. They may be very calm and quiet, but good at something. Or maybe, something's hurting them at home. So many of our students are suffering with family problems, domestic violence in their own house. They're unable to concentrate in class. We think they are dumb, stupid. We think that they are, they have no brains. But the real problem is the family. There must be some deep issue in the family that is there, that the child is suffering in the class, unable to do it. Either the parents are negligent, the father may be an alcoholic, or the mother may be, have left the family, they have separated. You don't know what the child is suffering. And we are ready to put the blame on children. He or she doesn't study. Waste fellow, waste girl. So think before judging a student. You never know what they are suffering from. You might remember your own school days, if you had any such thing at home. Your parents were not on good terms, financial problem, a sudden emergency. So find the hidden talent in your students and within you too. Create strong platforms in your class, like one of our ma'am said, Banu ma'am, she gave a chance to students, and as well as, to her, I think one of the interviews, I guess. She asked all of them to participate. Give yourself out. Take people in. Involve them. You just sit down, have a look at it, again, jump into the session, come out of it, involve everyone. Then the platform is strong. The moment you start doing everything yourself, the platform becomes weak. Yes, friends, it's only a suggestion. Your style of teaching could be the best. You could try out whichever works for you. And of course, concentrate on holistic development. Just because you're teaching, communication skills, or just because you're teaching mathematics or physics or geography, be focused not only on the subject matter, be focused on holistic development. Not for one or two students, not your favorite student, for everyone. Yes, friends, we don't go there. Yes, there are different types of educational leaders, leadership styles. You find out which one you are. Are you too emotional with your students? I would love you to be the transformational educational leader. You should transform lives. You should be that where the person should change overnight. Within 1 hour, you should be able to transform your student. That such words you should use, they should be transformed for life. And it has happened in many cases. So I'd like to focus on the fourth one, but it's up to you how you deal and which one you would select. Yes, team? The ultimate goal of an educational leader. What is the ultimate goal? They should just be focused on the present and keep the students and faculty future ready. Anything that comes in the future, any competition or any opportunity, they should be, future ready, such that they will create an impact, not in their school, not with the other surrounding schools and colleges or universities, but create an international, impact. As Pinky Madam earlier said, creating an impact not only nationally, but globally, international impact. And that is how you work and collaborate with your students and as well as the management. Any questions, team? Are you all with me?
No, ma'am.
Okay, dear.
No question, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, dear. We go down now here. And finally, whenever you are dealing with anything, you have to follow the humanistic approach. Treat your students in a human way. We have seen several, students of different universities, or maybe, I guess, college or schools, being punished or restigated for just minor reasons. Of course, if the reason is very strong, you could do that. There are even corporal punishments going on. Even if the student has done wrong, try to deal with that particular situation in a humanistic way. Give them a chance to survive. See that they are not scarred for life. Because there is, all saints have a past, and all sinners have a future. So nobody's perfect. So if you find your students have been, very bad on certain counts, the management as well as staff should deal in a very humanistic approach, giving them a chance to rectify their mistake, not scarring them for life such that they never make a mark in the society. Everyone can bounce back from a dark spot. Yes, dear friends, who is this?
Ma'am, can you just repeat that statement, what you said, the saying about the saint and the sinners?
Every saint has a past, okay, and every sinner has a future. So if you are a saint now, that doesn't mean you're very holy. You might have had a bad past, you might have been a criminal in your past, but in the present now you are a saint and you will continue your journey. So like that,
Okay.
every sinner has a future. You might have been a sinner, but
Beautiful.
still change and transform yourself. Is that okay, ma'am?
Beautiful, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
beautiful. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, dear. Welcome, ma'am. Yes, friends. I guess many of you will identify this special personality.
Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan.
Yes. And who is he actually? Any idea,
A
team?
great teacher.
Excellent. Beautiful.
September 5th.
Very good. All done. One more.
His birthday,
Great
his birthday is
philosopher.
celebrated as a Teacher's Day.
Beautiful. Excellent. What more?
Great philosopher, ma'am.
Super, Bindu ma'am. Thank you. Savitri ma'am, Banu ma'am, Rohini ma'am, and everyone. What else is still one more bit of news about him? Information. Okay, let's dive. Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishna.
Former president.
Yes.
President of India. He was president,
Deepa
teacher,
ma'am, thank you.
philosopher.
Yes, he was the second president of India and a great teacher. Apart from that, a great role model and an excellent educational leader in India. Like how they are celebrating Confucius's birthday in Taiwan as Teacher's Day, we celebrate his birthday as Teacher's Day in India. So hats off to
And-
this gentleman. Yes, ma'am.
I think he's remained the Vice Chancellor of BHU as well, Banaras Hindu Vishwavidyalaya.
Great. So sweet. That's really nice. Thanks for sharing, dear. Very nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. We go on with our next part now. 1 second.
Yeah. The first ambassador to Russia.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. God bless. Thank you for sharing. We are very happy with that sharing. Thank you. Yes, team. The best educational leader imparts world-class educational opportunities. If there is a scholarship coming from abroad, encourage it. If there are scholarships coming from around the world, encourage it. Exchange of student exchange program. It could be a virtual program where give and take. So encourage that, and as well as transform dreams into reality. Many of us have dreams. In fact, all of your dreams have been transformed into reality. You are in the professional space by mistake, by chance, by luck, or maybe it was your chosen profession. There are your students who are under you. They have beautiful dreams. Help them to fulfill their dreams, and let it be a reality. Let them reach for the stars. You should help them to reach for the stars. Yes, team? Now, that's about educational leadership and management. Now we'll go with leadership planning and delegating. What is the meaning of delegating, team? Any idea? What is delegating? Any information?
Giving work to others.
Yes.
Negotiate.
Assigning.
Transferring the duty
Discuss.
work to someone else
Yes, very good.
with
Yeah.
all the responsibilities and rights.
Very good. Yes. Sharing responsibility.
Negotiate to discuss something.
Yes, sir. Could you repeat that for me, please?
Yeah. Negotiate to discuss something
Yes.
regarding an issue or
Very
matter.
Very good. Very nice. That's how
Okay,
we
okay, I'm waiting. Yes, ma'am, please continue.
Go ahead,
Or
ma'am.
should I-
Most welcome. Yes, dear.
Being a management faculty, I would like to relate this particular term from its origin. Its origin come from Henry Fayol, a management thinker, and he just contributed in the field of management with the form of 14 principles of management, and there the second principle come delegation, authority and delegation. As and when we are dividing work among the faculty member or among the staff or of any of the organization, the work, if you want to get it, you want the work to complete on time, you have to delegate some power to perform the duty. And the same way you need to authority. Some power should be there for making decision on right time, and accountability must be fixed along with responsibility to get the work done. That's the origin of this. Thank you.
Superb, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the beautiful sharing. Such an active team. I learned something from you. I see that you all are great leaders, inspiring me on my journey on this training session. Thank you so much, team. Yes, dear team. It's all about sitting, collaborating together like this, planning, negotiating, and doing different things for the benefit of one and all. Not behind closed doors, only one or two members discussing. Sit as a whole team with all intellectuals and respect everybody's sharing and in the decision making, or in sharing of the work or delegating the tasks. Yes, dear friends. Now let's see what are the different steps in planning. Planning, we all know it's the main primary function. The basic function is sit down together, plan well. And what will we plan now? We will be planning like what is to be done. Now there's some celebration going to be there, or an examination, or maybe certain situation in your educational institute or institution, university. What is to be done, how it is to be done, where it is to be done, when it is to be done, and by whom it is to be done. So all these are the questions where you have to work. Based on this, you can delegate the work very well. Once again, I'd like to repeat all those steps about planning. What to be done, how it is to be done, where, when, and by whom. So by whom, when you say, you have to get the right resource people, the right kind of person to do that work. One person may be very good with one type of a systematic work. The other person may not be good. So do not mismatch and give the work. Assign the task to that particular faculty member or that student who is capable of doing. See the capabilities in them. Even if it is not right, encouraging them. And if they really can't do it, you can delegate it to somebody else, or forward the work to somebody else. So be very careful to whom you are giving the task. Are they capable of it? Are you giving the authority to somebody who can manage that? Are they trustworthy? If at all it's a very important issue or matter that you're giving them, check it out. And you should really excel in the planning process. A good planner is always a successful person in life. We have several retired people from the educational sector and worldwide relaxing and enjoying their lives now in their golden years. Why? They had a beautiful planning process. They not only planned for their students how to take the class, how to encourage their students, they personally planned their own life. And they have saved a lot for their future, and now they are enjoying, relaxing, in their golden years. They have seen beautiful possibilities. They have seen the world differently, not in a one-way path. They have seen it in multiple streams and try to, be the best. And they are living examples for all of us. As I earlier said, save money for your retirement. It's not only teaching and giving out yourself. Keep something apart for medical emergency, or it could also be your retirement planning. And if at all you can't do that, delegate that part of saving money to your spouse. Or if you're an spendthrift, you spend a lot, assign that amount of saving to, a trusted family member. Maybe you could have a joint account. You could try something like that. It's entirely up to you. And of course, adjusting views. Your planning, you say, this is what I want, but somebody gives you a better planning process. One of your colleague or one of, the subordinate says, sir, we could do it this way. That subordinate's plan is much better than yours. So then what you have to do? Adjust your views. Maybe your student will say, ma'am, we could do it like this. Sir, I think maybe we could do it like this. Do not have ego. If it is the best solution or the best plan for that moment, inculcate it, take it, and you could use that. It's entirely up to you. There is no force to use that. It's up to you, but it's good to adjust views and always pre-plan. Yes, action changes things. Whatever you do, take action. As we all know, today we have seen many of our participants taking action, overtaking the team, leading the team. So that is action. Don't wait for now someone to push you up, push up yourself, because you are all educational leaders. You have to make the students rise up from their seats and answer in your class. Encourage even a wrong answer. Say, good, you tried. Good, you tried. I'm happy. Although it is not right, but I'm happy you answered. They will feel good. Yes, friends, we just go there. And leadership is not about position. It is a mindset. It is a great mindset, and you should be proactive and not reactive. Do not react to any situation as we discussed. Just be proactive. Anyone could read this aloud? Yes, team? Would you mind doing that, please? Are you with me? Yes, sir.
Old MacDonald has a farm. EI.
Very nice. So I would like you to just read it in simple English.
E-I-E-I-O.
Yes, it's just simply E-I-E-I-O. Now we'll add some music and rhythm to that. Is anybody good at singing? Anyone?
My thought is not with myself, so but I know that song. Old MacDonald had
Go ahead.
performed E-I-E-I-O, that kind.
E-I-E-I-O. Oh, MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Now here we had a
And
light
on his
moment.
farm, he had some.
Yes, go ahead. Please go ahead.
And on his farm, he had some ducks. E-I-E-I-O.
It's a quack, quack here, the quack, quack there, quack, quack here, here and there. Oh, MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Wow, great. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, dear team. See, you've lightened the moment. So long we are so focused on all those different principles, thoughts, and functions. And now you lightened the moment for us. No, we were not mindful like we are singing. We are sharing something. In this way, you have to de-stress your class. At the height of your explanation, come down slowly, cheer up your class. Again, go back to the high level of teaching. Again, come down. You should be able to balance and have little humor in the class and little, create a happy atmosphere, create a happy atmosphere, and as well as build up, the positivity in them, energy vibes, positive energy vibes. They'll feel good. They'll be more interested to learn more from you. They will be, what's going to come next from our faculty member? It could be a song, it could be a positive, humor, but humor should not hurt your student, nor it should hurt a colleague. Whenever we have humor, we usually tend to make fun of others. So we'll be very careful when we share a joke, not on anyone. Okay, team, that's nice. Thanks for singing out that beautiful song. I love it, and it's a favorite song. Yes, you are right. All of you guessed it right. It's Old MacDonald who had a farm. Yes, friends, thank you. Yeah, go to the next one. Yes. Now, what a good leader focuses on? Who could take this slide and guess? Share, no guesses, sharing. Leading, not sharing also, leading the team. Here is the leader, and here are a group of, maybe the colleagues, or all of you could be leaders, but one is out and all of them are in here. In what way are you going to look at this slide and what comes to your mind? Yes, friends?
A leader must be inclusive. Just like in this case, one is left out and others are just cheering for any of the movement. So we must have to check out anyone left and try to involve him.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Pinky. Very nice.
Thank you.
Some of them don't want to come in. You go and bring them and come. Encourage them. They want you. They want a little more push. Bring them. It may be your colleague. It may be the principal. It may be the man. Just request them. Student, especially students, ask them to come and join in. Never let any student sit down like that. Or maybe you yourself. No, I don't want to come into that. Not me. Involve yourself. Become a part of the team. Learn something new. If you don't know what they are trying, just learn it from them and then just be a part of the flow. Go with the flow. Stagnant water will start stinking, start smelling. Go with the flow. They say, wow, at least madam tried. Yes, the student will say, yes, I at least tried. Ma'am, I tried it just because I like you, ma'am. I like the way you, respected me and asked me to come. I did it just because of you, ma'am. Like that. Yes, dear. You want to share something? Yes, please. Yes, dear, you would like to share something, sir? Okay, fine. Don't be sitting back and saying, I can't do it. Get up and do it, and especially encourage students, as we earlier said, be a part of it. Maybe now you have the Navratri festival coming, and then you have all the other festivals or any, take part. Don't, grumble that why they are involving me into it. Enjoy the whole session and give your best. Who knows, you may have something unique to share. All will like your idea, or maybe your dance step, or maybe something you contribute as an educational leader, as a faculty member. Yes, dear team, all of us should focus on this, the R of power. As professionals, we are very, busy with our profession all the time, but we'd love to take you to that space where you have to give 1 hour of power to yourself. You could use it for anything. It's called the hour of power. Either you meditate, or you go hit it out at the gym, journal it down, or go in for any adventurous activity like swimming or just anything, or spend time in nature, jogging, walking. It could be your hour of power. What you like, you do only for yourself. Nobody should be in that space 1 hour. That 1 hour is only for you. Avoid everybody's contact. Sit down for that hour of power. Collect your thoughts, collect the energy that you require, and get clarity of thoughts. What you want in the coming future, in the coming days, and how far you want to go, how far you want to inspire the world. Yes, dear? Am I audible and visible at the same time? Yes, friends?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, dear. Fine. Yes, dear. So problems are all common everywhere, irrespective of which professional field we are. The only thing here is attitude makes the difference. Attitude makes the difference. As you can see the eagle here, it makes a difference compared to the other birds. Now, you can just check out, Google more about the eagle. You will know why is it special and what attitude it has in times of danger or in times of, stress. You could learn something from that beautiful bird. Yes, friends, then if you want to build up yourself as a leader, you should work up on all of these. Could we just try to put in? Maybe I will help you with 1 or 2. You could also share from your side. Of course, EQ could be what, dear friends?
Emotional quotient.
Yes, emotional quotient, emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence.
What is PQ?
Physical.
Okay, we could say physical quotient. What else could we add? Can we create something?
Potential.
Psychological.
Psychological quotient.
Psychological quotient. Okay. What else? Very good.
Social
Potential.
quotient.
Yeah, social quotient. Good. You could say the
And,
space quotient.
is the communication or
Yes, you could say communication quotient. How you communicate.
Cognitive.
one more thing is SQ, that means social quotient and soft skill quotient also.
So sweet. So nice. Yes, dear. So in this way.
Cognitive quotient.
Yes, ma'am.
Cognitive quotient. CQ.
Cognitive quotient. Yeah, very nice. You could
Positive attitude.
Very good. Positive attitude. Very nice. Yes, dear friends. In this way, we build ourselves and build others. Any more sharing? Yes, dear. Thank you so much, dear team. Thank you very much. You've helped me a lot on this slide. So I was just thinking, what am I going to speak over here? How am I going to, enlighten the team? Instead of me enlightening you, you have enlightened me. You have given me all beautiful answers. Well done. You are great in your unique way. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, friends, these are a few recommended books for us. If you'd like to read, of course, you don't need to buy. You can get it free online. If you get a PDF of this or maybe a free online session ebook, you could get them. They're always easy to read without paying a single paisa. You could try it out from which source, work it out. Of course, reading will make you a complete person, a ready person. It's only a suggestion. If you'd like, you could have that. Anyone know the SWOT analysis? Yes, dear.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Weakness, opportunities, threats.
Excellent. Yes. Strength, weakness,
Opportunities, threats.
Beautiful. Wonderful, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, there was another question from one of our
Yes,
teammates.
ma'am. So many questions we are already discussed. One more question, I think, we just mentioned here, adversity question.
Great, great, great. To be able to face the AQ, adversity quotient. You should be able to face all adversities in life. Very nice, ma'am. Thank you, Satya, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We'll add that in the next slide next time. That's a takeaway for me. Thank you. Beautiful. God bless. Yes, dear friends. Now, this is just a quote from Abdul Kalam. You just read that silently for a minute, maybe, or 30 seconds. You could take. Yes, friends. We'll move on to the next slide. There are no great leaders, only great teams. We think we are great leaders. They all think if there are no teams or no class, there are no students, there are no teachers. Anywhere, there are no customers, no business. So in the same way, if you feel you are the best, you start getting that ego feeling. You just remember this by Simon Sinek, a great writer. He says, there are no great leaders, but there are only great teams. So you have to create a great team like this only then you can be called as a great leader. Yes, please, we don't go over there much. As it is, we are all leaders. Every single person in your class, in your family, all are leaders in their own way. Just you have to respect them. Some work it out at the right time, some show their leadership qualities at the wrong time. Okay, or maybe at the time when it is really required. So when you're talking as the head of the family, your child may come in the middle and try to lead. So you will not like it. That's the wrong time of showing leadership. So let's stay safe and be a leader at the right time. But in fact, the truth is we are all leaders. Yes, friends. Never have this egoistic feeling that I have the superpower of being a leader. No one is special like me. Activity time, like if at all, I don't think we have time to do this, you could assign this to your class, to your students, or maybe in your family. Give them some type of, work, or maybe make them the leader and ask them to delegate the work. Say that you have a certain celebration, a birthday celebration, and how they will delegate work, who will do what, who will do the cooking, who will do the, buying of the stuff from outside, who will decorate the house. You can delegate work simply in your own family, or maybe if you want to celebrate the principal's birthday, delegate the task in the class or maybe among your faculty members and share it equally. Do not overburden anybody. It's just an activity time, but if you go deeper, professionally, you should do accurate delegation. The right person should get the right work, and the trusted person should be given the most important task to be done. It's all about responsibility and accountability. Delegate the work to that person or assign the work to that person who takes accountability for it. No, who doesn't just take the work from you and sleep over it, who jumps that very moment and completes the work before time. So try to delegate or be that person who completes the work before time and shares it. Sometimes even when you do it before time and give, they will give you something else. I've seen that happening in private institutions. You finish now, you do this. So that's also a problem. So if that is the case, before the deadline, just go and hand over the whatever is being delegated or assigned to you.
Yeah, honest.
Yes. Thank you. Now, dear friends, questions and contributions. I would like you here to question yourself and to contribute if you have anything for the coming slides. I'll be taking another half an hour. We finished about educational leadership and delegation. We discussed a bit, not in depth, but a bit. Now here, what is constructive criticism? You as a faculty member, as a colleague, are you able to take constructive criticism easily? How do you look at criticism? Don't answer this, just think. Somebody has said your work is not good. How do you feel? Do you feel bad? You might have put 24, 48 hours into it, but still they say it's not good. So are you able to take, maybe really it is not good, or maybe just they want to, put you down for XYZ reason, or they may be wanting to remove you from the organization. It could be anything. So you should know the real fact why they are criticizing you. Are they doing it on purpose, or are they doing it, giving you a criticism for you to improve? You should differentiate between criticism, negative criticism, and constructive criticism. Yes, Steve? Dear friends, this is the main question. Many students cannot take constructive criticisms. In fact, even colleagues also. Yeah, some other lady said not lady, I shouldn't use that. One colleague said this about me, and the next day she commits suicide. I didn't do it, but she put the blame on me. And literally that colleague committed suicide in the school. In that university. It's not a school, it's a university where she was staying in the hostel, that a young faculty member, because she received some criticism. Now, not only with faculty member, the suicide rate in the educational institution has shot up a lot. Several suicides. They are unable to take criticism, that is constructive criticism. We as faculty members wouldn't want to hurt any student. We want them to transform. But my dear friends, when you give constructive criticism, be very polite and careful with the choice of words. As I said, words could be honey, words could be poison. So use your words very well when you deal with students. One word, one sharp word from you could just lead them to the topmost floor, and they could jump off. Stay safe. Yes, and then it may be a legal issue. It has happened. Not only that, pressure. pressure of studies, pressure of marks, as I earlier discussed, pressure from family members, domestic violence at home, bullying in the school and colleges, in the university. All these could be a reason for, or financial stress, unable to pay their fees. Just a moment, please. All of these could be a reason for students to commit suicide. So let's be the change maker, the transformer, the transformational leader in us to lead in the educational sector. And then it will snowball. It will not be like within it's over, it's done, we can cover up the case. It's no, it will snowball, and then people will come onto the streets for 1 month, 2 months, and then it will die down. Like this, you could see here. Yes, friends. This is happening everywhere, not only in America here, it is happening everywhere around the world, even in India. So if you happen to see anything like that, if any child, any student, no matter what's the age of the student, if they come up to you and share something, or you find them unhappy, withdrawn, find out what is the reason. You never know, this could be one of the cases. Bullying nowadays is not only offline, it is even online also. So if at all anyone is, be open, delegate the task. You could ask the management to delegate the task of to someone in your faculty, circle, to be a good counselor. Instead of teaching more of counselors will definitely do wonders in the universities, I guess. Or maybe simultaneously they should have equal number of counselors, or maybe 4 to 5 counselors. There are certain institutions who do not want to have even a single counselor. And how will the teachers and faculty members guide the students? They are busy teaching and correcting and enlightening students with knowledge. That knowledge students will get from Google. They will get from YouTube. What do they want from you? Your support, your encouragement, your understanding. Yes, team. And be very careful to deal with the teacher-student relationship. Sometimes, male students take advantage of the female teachers. There are cases where they have been creating fake profiles in the name of their teachers. And then that teacher was quite shocked to find out online that she had 2 profiles. And it was her student in class who had a crush on her. And she didn't know that. And that's what, being very kind, too much of too sweet is bad. And of course, too bitter is of course bitter. You can understand that. So you should be very careful to maintain that lecturer and student relationship or a teacher-student relationship. Be careful. There are students who will take advantage of us, as already earlier we mentioned. And they are criminals, they have a criminal mindset. They would want to use your innocence, or faculty members would like to use the innocence of their students in the wrong way. Never take advantage of the innocence of your students, nor allow your students to take the advantage of your innocence. If they do that, it is a crime. Once, maybe by mistake, it is okay, but again and again, that is a crime. You could forgive only once in certain cases, maybe twice, but not always. Once is a mistake, twice is the choice, they say, right? Something like that. Yes, dear friends. And, give chances to the students. Sometimes you just relax and let the student take over the class. Let them explain, give them the top, assign, delegate something to them. So you say, today, I am going to be a student. You're going to be the resource person. You're going to be the facilitator. Prepare and come. Select one student secretly, ask them to prepare, surprise the class, and let them take over, explain the, tips or, the session. Let them take a half an hour session and compliment them. In that way, you will get some rest, and that student will get the courage to face further, educational pursuits that they have. Yes,
I
ma'am.
used to do in my class, ma'am, this one.
Very good, ma'am.
I used to do in my class this one, ma'am.
Superb, Savitri, ma'am. Thanks for sharing.
Ma'am, even I take a peer teaching.
Yes.
I like one lesson, I asked them to do it like paragraph wise. So it's a very common practice which I do it in the class, ma'am. Peer teaching.
Very nice. Very good. Very nice. Great, ma'am. Very beautiful. Yes, friends. Even little, ask them to give that courage. Say, you can do it. You will do it. I am with you. If anything goes wrong, I will manage. And if any student laughs, even if the child has done it wrong, they have, mispronounced something, they have written something wrong on the board. And if any student laugh, just stop the session, take the chalk or the marker, give it to the student who was laughing and say, continue. I know that you are very good, and request the student, you have done so much, sit down now, relax. Join me here, sit down. And the person who laughed or giggled or commented something negative, pull them out of their chair politely and ask them, go ahead. We'd love to hear from you. In that way, you should be very smart in tackling that issue when they try to create or, bully others, or, try to, show off that they know better than, or try to restrict the class, the atmosphere in the class, the growth of the class, or maybe the sharing that is going on in the class. Yes, team? Yes. Stop this, or if you see this, please be care. Take care. There are many innocent ones suffering over there. Some of them don't even have good clothes to come to school and colleges. And that could be a reason. They are segregated from the group. They're not included in the group. Try to see and identify what, as a leader, you could do in the educational sector. Of course, monetarily, you can't help them, but at least you could do something. If you could get them used clothes from somewhere, you could, ask someone to, share something with them, get help for them from some other resources. It would be better. If you're doing it, do it on the secretly. Don't let others know that you have done it for them. Let it be only between you two. Help a student revive and feel appreciated. Of course, if everybody dresses well, we all feel good when we dress well, when we dress our best. Yes, friends, we don't go there. Yes. And now look at this picture. It's quite negative to me. This is not the way it should be. There are all other students over here. This balance should be maintained. You should check out what is the boundary. I wouldn't want to speak much. The picture itself is clear. If you find this going on somewhere, that's something wrong. You have to either save your colleague or you have to save the child. Who is your priority? It is up to you. If you check your colleague, he or she will snap back at you. They will take you to task. If they are, wise, if they are using their brain, they will take it positively. At least save the child's life. This child may be below 18 years, not knowing what is right and wrong. Try saving. And we have the faculty members misusing the innocence of children. I would like to say, sexually harassing them to give them good marks. It could be either ways. I do not blame anyone here. Nowadays, students are also, at par. They are both. We can't blame either, both of them. There's the mistake from both. So let's stay safe. Yes. Don't speak much. Sometimes if you want to give them a 5-star, you're just giving them, if he or she, that child deserves a 5-star, you want some, what could you say that I could use a nice word here, you want something from them, or you're having some expectations from them. You want them to fulfill some desire of yours. Instead of giving them a 5-star, there are certain professors, there are certain people, faculty members who just give 1 star until that student bows down to them and say, yes, sir, I will do it for you. Then the 5-star, or maybe full marks, or maybe release the question paper, or it could be just anything. It is happening, and that is why we discuss it during FDPs. Stay safe and give equal opportunities to everyone to answer in class. Have a patient here. If any student is crying or telling you something, even you just observe their face. Maybe your own students would have said, ma'am or sir, you don't look happy today. Is something wrong? Your students will ask you. If you have been observing that, are you okay, ma'am? You might have cried at home. Sir as a sir, maybe your face will be very sad. You might have, your spouse maybe would have grumbled at you, or maybe some issue while coming. You might have had a rough person, dashing or cramming your vehicle. Your entire mood is upset. Your students will ask, are you okay, sir? You're not normal today. Are you okay? Everything fine? When they can identify our feelings, when they can identify something's wrong with us that particular day, it is our duty also, apart from teaching, to identify if something is wrong with our student or our students. It's a suggestion, not an advice. Yes, friends. And of course, we should have clean and green areas like this for studies. Should not be like this haphazard. Wherever it is, it should be clean, and try to bring clean. Maybe in your own class, it's more than enough. Ask them all to join. Keep it neat and clean. And that's just one picture. Yes, friends, and no favoritism. I wouldn't appreciate this either from management. Even at the management level, we have got complaints during our FDPs that there is favoritism going on just because XYZ reason. or maybe the student also is favored. Don't do that. Kill that negativity of favoring somebody. Yes, friends, I'd not like to speak much. That word itself is understood. Yes, do not bridge the gap like this. If the student is coming from a poor financial background or maybe a high class background, no matters what, treat them equally. Treat them equally. That's what I would like to say. This picture will speak volumes. I wouldn't want to say much on that. Do not segregate. If you feel segregated, it's time to pack your bag and move, or ask them to pack their bags and ask them to move. Yes, so we are very happy that you joined our faculty development program, and I'm sure you will do work. You will work on yourself in creating awareness, first in yourself, and then in the students and wherever you could. Yes, this is another beautiful thing. So during this session of faculty development program, you might have learned different things. We would like you to identify why a student is sitting like this, or like this. You could just check it out. It's an additional picture over there. Yes, in your absence, you still didn't enter the class. This is what goes on. It may be going on, of course, maybe less in India and more here in the US or in other countries. Yes. So why do we have faculty development programs? What is the purpose? The purpose here is to evolve. You already have a lot within you. You have to just evolve a little more, to inspire your students and to empower yourself and your family. Empower even your trainer. Today, many of you have empowered me with your thoughts. So that is why we have every time the faculty development programs to enhance our knowledge and empower others. And dear friends, who could speak something on this? Anyone?
A class is heterogeneous class.
Yes, very nice. Give importance to everyone, irrespective of who they are. Respect everyone. Make way first for the people who have special needs. Let them go first. And give a little more of your hard work if you could. That's your choice. But it would be more humanistic approach. And encourage everyone. Even a colleague of yours may be like, having special need of one kind of the other, maybe. You could give them a better chance, the first chance to them, and then you could take the chance the next time. We'll work on that. Maybe a student. Just as we celebrate Children's Day, all over the world we celebrate, especially in India, 14th November, right? Nehruji's birthday, the first Prime Minister of India. With great fanfare, Children's Day is celebrated, and we have, you might have seen in schools and now in colleges, it's not much, but all college students expect this. Children's Day, they want a holiday, or they'll be expecting, what are we going to, get today? Or is it going to be a holiday? Will there be any programs or debates and speeches? They will expect. Children are children, right? Even we are also children still. We have the inner child in us. So let's, maybe in your university, maybe on Children's Day or any special day, have a day only for students where they could, bring out the inner child in them, the little child in them. Now they're already maturing. They've crossed like 18, maybe few of them, or some are almost 18, or some are in their teenage, either ways. So it's up to you and the management. Apart from Children's Day, apart from all the days that you will celebrate in your universities, in your educational institutions, we from the International Fabtalk show would like Fabtalk training session would like to enlighten the world to even celebrate the World Senior Citizen Day. Invite the senior citizens who are able to walk, who are able to, move. Invite them to the campus, make them sit down and ask them to give and share their experience. The younger generation will learn from the seniors, and from senior citizens, they have a mine of information. Try that out once or twice. And of course, if you're having this type of a get-together of senior citizens, ask the students to bring their grandparents to, to the college or maybe to the university. Yes, ma'am, would like to share?
Yes, ma'am. In our institution, in our school, we celebrated that Grandparents' Day, ma'am. All grandparents, get together. They shared their emotions, their feelings, everything, ma'am.
Very nice, very nice. And when you have this program or this function or get together, make it comfortable for the senior citizens, especially the washroom. the food, light food for them, and something that is digestible for them, such that whatever they consume at that place should digest very well when they go home. If they would like to visit the restroom, everything should be within reach, and then invite them. That is pre-planning. When you have this special day, delegate the task of someone taking care of different, activities. And you could just suggest that in your institution, even if it is a if it is the university, encourage it. It's okay. Try to bring a change. Be that transformational leader that the world requires. Do not be a hypocrite. Practice what you preach. Bolna ek hai, karna alag hai. So practice what you preach. Yes. Thank you so much. You were really a fabulous team today. I had a great time listening to each one of you and getting trained by each one of you. You all have unique thoughts, and thank you so much. Thanks to all of you for being a part of the International Fabtalk training session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, dear. We'd like to sign off on that. Yes,
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, dear team. Any questions from the teammates? Any sharing?
A nice interactive session, ma'am. Very good. Very nice.
Thank you, Sati, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sati. Thank you. Anyone else would like to share something? You can put it up in the chat box. And please feel free. Yes, ma'am. Before we end the session, we can't end the session because I could just recollect something. Rohini, ma'am? Are you here, ma'am? Rohini, ma'am?
Ma'am, here Ganpati Visarjan is going on.
Yeah. Ma'am, I would like to hand over the session to you. Would you mind taking
Ma'am,
Yes, dear.
you might be hearing some sound.
Yeah.
Ganpati Visarjan is going nearby.
Okay. So fine.
uh,
Maybe tomorrow?
tomorrow I will do, definitely.
Okay, good.
At the start of the session.
Yes, dear. Good.
Okay,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, ma'am.
Just give me a
Ma'am.
moment, team. I'll just drink a little water. Yes, team. Am I audible now? Yeah. Thank you for giving me a moment. Any questions, team? And I'd like to just apologize. If at all I have, like by mistake, said anything wrong, which might have hurt your sentiment or might have said something negative, which you didn't like, I'm sorry for that. So as we go in the flow of our talk, maybe sometimes we never know the slip of the tongue. If anything, I've hurt you in any way, or, did not make you feel comfortable, I'm sorry for that. But if you felt good, then I'm also fine with it. Yeah. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Because we are all human, sometimes we also commit mistakes. You may be the faculty member, you can be the trainer or facilitator. We are prone to making mistakes sometimes. So if at all it's like that, yes, team. Thank you very much, dear. Thank you very much. Thanks, ma'am. Thank you.
ma'am.
Yes, team. Any other sharing or something, or we'll end the session?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll end the
Ma'am,
session.
excuse me.
Yes, dear.
Excuse me. Ma'am,
Yes.
after this session, ma'am, for 1 minute, I want to talk to you, ma'am. Please receive my call.
Sure,
For
ma'am.
1 minute.
Yeah, okay, dear.
Thank you.
Yes, dear. So, dear team, thank you so much. Thanks for your time. I wouldn't like to take more time. Stay blessed and good night, India. And a beautiful day to the entire world. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Signing off from the International Fabtalk training session.